All right, you guys. So, according to the rumor mill, Kate Chastain is to replace Teddi Mellencamp on Two T's in a Pod podcast with Tamra Judge. So, this is from Reality T. It says, "Whoa, I did not see this coming. I'm wondering if Vicky Gunvalson and her hate for Teddi Mellencamp had something to do with this. Since December of 2021, Tamra Judge and her sidekick Teddi have been spilling all of the reality tea on their podcast, Two T's in a Pod. They've gotten good ratings and even broadcast their podcast from BravoCon in November of 2023, despite Teddi being fired from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after only 3 seasons. She was not exactly a fan favorite. Is Teddi's time basking in the light of the Real Housewives of Orange County star Tamra coming to an end? Apparently, comedian Heather McDonald started a rumor on Patreon that Tamra is planning to replace Teddi on her podcast with Kate Chastain from Blvd, who would be far more qualified for the job. I'm sure. Wow. Before long, a conversation was in full swing on Reddit discussing the pros and cons of Tamra replacing Teddi. Some believe that Tamra seems less interested in the podcast than she used to be and perhaps just needs some fresh blood. Kate has a mouth on her and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. She would bring some fresh energy and be just what the show needs. Commenters pointed out that John Mellencamp's daughter is annoying. I agree. And she would whine about this so much. But overall, the idea of a new co host seemed popular, which Teddi never was. Several commenters said that they would listen to the podcast if Kate were on board. See what I did there? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Kate would be awesome and probably has far more far-fetching contacts in the reality world than Teddi ever did. Kate was on season 1 of Traitors, where she competed with celebrities from many other reality shows than just her own, a chief stewardess on Below Deck for 6 seasons, and Kate was Captain Lee Roback's most trusted crew member and friend. She's an icon of reality television. Not to mention, Kate and Captain, they had their show on Peacock, I think. It's almost like a people's couch where they just talk about Bravo shows and like watch the shows and talk about it. Okay, here's a little bit more tea. Vicky surely had a hand in the decision. Everyone knows there's no love lost between the accountability coach and Tamra's BFF, Vicky. Vicky had Teddi banned from attending the Tracy Mega show, headlined by Vicky, Tamra, and Shannon Bedore in June of 2023. But things came to a head at BravoCon when Andy Cohen tried to get Vicky and Teddi to squash that beef. Apparently, Teddi had made a comment asking where Vicky had been on January 6th during the insurrection, but she wasn't done yet. Teddi announced that the reason Vicky doesn't like her is due to Teddi melanoma diagnosis. Quote, "I realized you were probably just triggered by someone that actually has cancer," Teddi said, making an obvious reference to Vicky's ex-fiancé Brooks Ayers, who faked cancer on the Real Housewives of OC for attention and sympathy. So, is Tamra replacing Teddi to placate Vicky, or is it just time for a change? But wait a minute, if Tamra replaced Teddi with Kate, she'd either have to change the name of the show or Kate would have to change her name. It would no longer be Two T's, but maybe they could go by the Kate Chastain. So like Two T's in a Pod. Woof. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Do you think it is time for a refresh on Two T's in a Pod where Teddi needs to go and Kate Chastain could come right on in and replace her? Or do you think we don't need this podcast at all? We don't need another podcast about the housewives. Tamra is now back on the OC. Teddi is fired and looks like she's not coming back. Do we actually care what Tamra and Teddi or even Kate has to say on this new podcast? So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. And before you do that, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. All right, you guys, weigh in.
I thought you finished there before I unmuted myself. Sorry. Like I said, trampoline here.